The sad music continued, floating down the dark, narrow stairway to me. "Who's up there?" I repeated, my voice shaking just a little. Again, no reply. I leaned into the darkness, peering up toward the attic. "Mom, is that you? Dad?" No reply. The melody was sad, so slow. Before I even realized what I was doing, I was climbing the stairs. They groaned loudly under my bare feet. The air grew hot and stuffy as I reached the top of the stairs and stepped into the dark attic. The piano music surrounded me now. The notes seemed to be coming from all directions at once. "Who is it?" I demanded in a shrill, high-pitched voice. I guess I was a little scared. "Who's up here?" Something brushed against my face, and I nearly jumped out of my skin. It took me a long, shuddering moment to realize it was the light chain. I pulled it. Pale yellow light spread out over the long, narrow room. The music stopped. "Who's up here?" I called, squinting towards the piano against the far wall. No one. No one there. No one was sitting at the piano. Silence. Except for the floorboards creaking under my feet as I walked over to the piano. I stared at it. Stared at the keys. I don't know what I expected to see. I mean, someone was playing the piano. Someone played it until the exact second the light went on. Where did they go? Greetings, Internet, and welcome to Bookworms Goosebumps Retrospective. Today, we rehearse with number 13, Piano Lessons Can Be Murder. When Jerry moves into his new house, he discovers a piano hidden in the attic. He starts to take an interest in it, and his parents sign him up for piano lessons. But there is something off about the piano teacher, Mr. Shriek. He keeps talking about Jerry's perfect hands, and each night, Jerry hears the piano playing by no other than a ghost, telling him to stop playing if he wants to save his life. Piano Lessons Can Be Murder is for the most part a solid book. The cover is pretty basic, but I remember seeing the disembodied hands freaking me out as a kid. However, when you read the book, you will see the cover gives away the entire plot. Play it again, hands! I was pretty surprised to see this one was a ghost story, and on top of that, a really good and disturbing ghost story. I found it interesting that the book describes Mr. Shriek as looking like Santa Claus, which makes you think of some creepy images of a crazy Santa Claus. There is also a moment with the ghost of the piano that was one of the most disturbing I have read so far from the series. It freaked me out at just how graphic it got, and I know if I were a kid, I would have had nightmares about it. However, wait for it, the ending is disappointing. Not the reveal of the piano teacher. All that is shown will shock kids by the revelation. If you're an adult, you'll figure it out in no time. And makes sense in the twisted kind of way. It's the resolution of how it ends. It connects the ghost to the piano teacher, but I couldn't help but wonder what the ghost was waiting for to enact her revenge. On top of that, we have no clue who the ghost was. For a while, I thought she might have been this one side character's sister that Jerry talks to. But that never gets answered. It doesn't even have a surprise twist at the end, which this one doesn't have, leaving the few moments with the side character completely pointless. I know, I sound like a broken record, but if the ending doesn't satisfy, it doesn't satisfy. But everything else here is good, and we'll keep you reading to know more. What about you, Internet? What's your opinion? Till next time, have a scary day.